kept having that dream every night since I accepted that dare. But what happened was worse than a dream. What happened was terrifying and horrific. Here's my story. Jason Chang had always been skeptical of urban legends. A rational man in his late 20s, he prided himself on his ability to debunk myths and laugh in the face of fear. That's why when his friends dared him to spend a night at the abandoned train station in the outskirts of Tokyo, a site famous for the Tiki legend, he accepted without hesitation. The legend went that decades ago, a girl had fallen onto the railway tracks. Late at night, the train sliced her in two, leaving only her torso intact. Her vengeful spirit, known as Tiki for the sound her hands made as they scraped the ground while she dragged herself forward, was said to hunt stations, searching for victims to cut in half like her. Jason had read about it on some internet forum, shrugged and packed his flashlight. Night was cold, the kind of cold that bit through layers of clothing and chilled Jason to his bones. The station was desolate, its cracked walls and shattered windows standing as silent witnesses to years of abandonment. Overheard, a crescent moon cast faint silver light barely illuminating the tracks below. Jason entered the station and swept his flashlight around. Graffiti mirrored the walls and the smell of dampness clung in the air. He stepped carefully, his boots crunching on broken glass and gravel. Just a story, he muttered to himself, his breath visible in the frigid air. No such thing as ghosts. The wind howled through the empty station, and for a moment Jason thought he heard a faint noise, almost like the tapping of nails on a hard surface. He froze, his pulse quickening. The sound stopped. Jason chuckled nervously, shaking his head. When? Just when? He said aloud, though his voice wavered. But as he walked further into the station, the sound returned, soft at first, then louder. The rhythm scraping echoed in the distance, coming closer. Hello, Jason called, his voice trembling. Is someone there? Silence. Jason turned toward the platform, his flashlight beam jittering with his shaking hand. The scraping noise began again, louder this time and unmistakably deliberate. His stomach nodded. Okay, enough games, he shouted. Who's messing with me? Then he saw her. At first it was just a shadow on the edge of the platform. Then as the figure pulled itself into the dim light, Jason's flashlight revealed her fully. Her torso was pale with jagged edges where her body ended abruptly at the waist. Her hair hung in tangled strands over her face, but through the gaps Jason caught the glimpse of hollow black eyes and a twisted smile. Her hand, sharp and blood-stained, dragged her forward across the ground. Holy shit! Jason stumbled back, dropping a flashlight. It rolled, casting eerie beams of light that flickered over the apparition. She moved faster than he expected. The sound grew louder, deafening as she propelled herself toward him. Her movements were unnatural, her torso twisting as she closed the distance between them. Jason turned and ran, heart pounding in his chest. Mind raced, screaming for him to escape, but the relentless scraping noise followed him. No matter how fast he moved, they grew closer. He darted into a nearby maintenance tunnel, his lungs burning. The sound stopped. Jason pressed himself against the wall, gasping for breath. He peered around the corner, hoping, praying that the thing hadn't followed him. Silence. A small, shaky laugh escaped his lips. Just a dream. This is just a dream, he whispered. This isn't real. Suddenly, a sharp, metallic sound echoed behind him. Jason spun around, his eyes wide in terror. Was there, her face inches from his. Her eyes were empty voids and her mouth open in a ghastly grin that revealed jagged, broken teeth. Before Jason could scream, her claw hand struck. Pain shot through him. She dragged him to the ground. Jason thrashed and kicked, but her strength was unnatural, her grip unrelenting. The last thing he heard before everything went black was her raspy, guttural whisper. Now you'll be like me. Now you will be like me. The next morning, Jason's friends arrive at the station expecting to tease him for chickening out. Instead, they found his flashlight on the ground, his beam illuminating a dark stain on the floor. They didn't notice the faint sound of scraping as they hurried back to their car. Somewhere in the shadows, Jason Chung's mutilated form lurked, waiting for the next visitor.